Welcome to Grilling to Get Away, the podcast for backyard grillers who want to escape the everyday and fire up the flavor. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or just learning your way around the grill, we're here to share tips, tricks, and recipes that will make your next BBQ unforgettable. We'll talk meats, marinades, and even some mouth-watering sides. Plus, we'll answer your grilling questions and dive into everything you need to turn your backyard into the ultimate grill zone. So grab your tongs, fire up that grill, and let's get started. This is Grilling to Get Away, your go-to podcast for all things barbecue. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast, and I am here virtually with my buddy.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben's doing his duty to our country, and he's in Rhode Island for the next couple weeks, so we're glad you got a chance to jump on it in the chat for the podcast this week.
Me too, man. Me too. After we just got back, from State Fair.
State Fair.
It abruptly ended, which was kind of a bummer. But we had a solid, we'll say, 10 days out there.
10 days. Yeah, I got cut short a little bit, man.
Yeah.
So Saturday night, the rain started coming.
Yeah.
And it was torrential downpours. They had to cancel Leonard Skinner.
People were not happy.
People were not happy about that. But then they shut the whole park down at like 9 o'clock. And,
like right at 9. And Greg, what time? It wasn't scheduled to close until what, like 11 or 12?
Yeah. So I think Saturday's 12, I think, So they shut the whole park down. And we had to wade through like shin deep water to get to our car, and then we sat in the parking lot for like an hour because nobody could figure out how to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah,
but
people were sitting there just looking at that water, man. Like you dropped me off. Like my parents were in town, and I saw them real quick, and I was telling them, I was like, yeah, people were just sitting there staring at the water, and we're just like, hey, get the hell out of the way. We want to get out of here.
Yeah, dude.
Walked right there. I goes, we're trying to get out of here. Let's go.
Right, man. I know you never want to walk through floodwater, but like this was a contained like track, right? Yeah. So like you weren't going to be swept away to into an ocean or a river or anything like that. You're going to be swept away into like a fence, and then you could just walk. Right?
And it was like a foot deep, man. Right, like. Even
we could see dry land on the other side. Like it was, it got a little wet, but then it was a little sloppy getting out. But man, so I went back the next morning because I was like, you know what? And we talked a little bit about it on the phone. I was like, man, Sunday's the last day. They let vendors come in normally like at 8 o'clock to start, restocking or whatever, get to the booths early before they open up the fairground. So I was like, you know what? It's going to be a mess down there. I'm going to get there real early, right at 8 o'clock to see what's happening. And man, I got there and there's no one there. Not even the parking lot attendant people. It was still chaos from the night before as far as like there was cones everywhere.
There's literally to the front door.
I did, man. I did. So this was one of those where I wasn't going to ask for permission. I'd rather just ask for forgiveness. So like I was going around there. I was going around barriers. I was like, act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will question it. That's exactly what I did. So I just drove right up to the building, and like there was one security guard there, and usually there's like 20 of them. And I pulled up, and right at the same time I pulled up, we got the word that the fair for that day was going to be canceled, which is a big deal. Like you don't cancel like a state fair,
especially like the Wisconsin State Fair. Like that's
They don't. There was just stuff everywhere, man. So there was just cones everywhere. There was trash everywhere. There was debris everywhere. It was crazy. And like as I was pulling in, man, like there was still like cars on the streets, like right outside, like in the middle of the road, like there's standing water still, like people just abandoned their cars and everything. So got up to the front, man, and I was like, I pretended like I didn't know what was going on, right? So I was like, I'm just here to unload for the day, So he was like, well, did you hear anything yet? I was like, no, I haven't heard anything. What have you heard? He's like, well, I just got told like if vendors show up, they can start packing up and heading out. I was like, good to go. I'll park right here. Is that okay? Yeah. I was like, hey man, I'll be out here in like 20 minutes. He's like, that's fine. And for like from 8 o'clock to 8:30, I was really like one of maybe 5 people in the building, and I just packed up and got out of there. And later on, they sent the email that said vendors could come starting at 10 o'clock, and I was like, well, I was already out of there. So, just thank everybody that was there for the fair that came by and saw us. Sorry if you're going to come back out on Sunday to see us. Things are out of our control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just if you plan on coming back, I mean, we've got it all online. We'll ship it to you. So
yeah.
Either way, we do want to say thank you to obviously all the people that were able to come out when it wasn't storming and stuff. Had a lot of cool conversations, man. Obviously, a lot of great people. Like I said, got to talk a lot of barbecue. You and I got to hang out together a lot, which is always a good time. Crushed 2 giant bags of Twizzlers out there. That's
big bags.
The big bags, yeah. So awesome time. Got to watch a bunch of kids jump on the trampolines the whole time.
Power jump, some were almost hitting the ceiling.
That was awesome. The last day, dude, they were crushing, man. It was like this is finally they're rolling.
They're like, whatever, let's say one more day left, let's just launch them.
Yeah. So they were putting them up there. But no, solid time out at the fair, man. Got to see a lot of interesting foods. Listen to a lot of got to talk to a lot of people about the foods that they were eating out there and stuff.
So yeah, we had a chance. Our buddy Aaron stopped by and he brought us the pizza brat on a stick.
Pizza brat, yeah.
And then the cheese curd brisket.
Cheese curd brisket tacos.
Tacos, yeah. You got to try some of the, I don't know, what do you call it, strawberry with fudge in a cup? I don't know.
Sure. It wasn't like melted. I don't know, man.
There was strawberries and strawberries, and then almost like frozen cold fudge on top of it. It started to melt up.
I thought it was warm at first, wasn't it?
No, it was cold.
By the time you got it, it was frozen, I think, or cold.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, it was that was okay. But yeah, man. So the pizza brats, we're decent, man. I'd say it's heavy stuff, man. Like I could not eat all that stuff all the time, dude. Like you got the brat, you got the pepperoni, you got the dough around it, and then
around it, man.
Yeah, and then it's just covered in Parmesan cheese,
and
then you got to dip it into marinara sauce.
Yeah.
So, it was good, but it was just hard in the stomach, man. I tell you what. And then same with the cheese.
Worth it though, Greg. It was worth it.
Well, yeah, it was worth it in the moment. But
in the moment, I did regret it. About I'd say 5 minutes later, I was trying to lay down and go to bed because you had. It was one of those days we split, right? So you and you saved me. You saved me one like a good friend. And you're like, dude, you gotta eat this later. And so I eat it. And I go to lay down in bed. I was like, oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
delicious.
And the cheese curd. Brisket tacos was basically just, a big cheese curd and then with a little bit of brisket in there.
Yeah, like a thin layer.
Yeah. So thanks to Aaron for stopping by and dropping that stuff off because we're working it. Yeah, we're working it. We don't get a chance to go walk around right because we're just kind of slammed most of the time. So we appreciate people dropping food off for us. But yeah, man, it was heavy stuff. Good every once in a while, but not an everyday type of thing. You know what I mean?
No, man, and that's I think that's you and I typically pack our lunches for out there and stuff.
We do.
I don't know. It's
brown bag it.
Yeah, I think too. To be honest, man, I don't know, man. It's kind of what we've been doing this whole time. We've been doing events and stuff together. I don't know. We've just never really even considered where are we going for lunch today or where are we going to go get? It was just I don't know. Maybe it's because we're both just cheap bastards.
It could be. It could be. Peanut butter and jelly, Peanut
butter and jelly. Stuff that we can kind of
chicken and
down.
Rice. Yeah.
Yeah, just wolf down fast and get back to it, I guess. Even Greg, you think back to the beginning, right? Our first events, we always just brought our lunch, man. It was just I don't know, just something we've always done. Not because we hate the food or we're too good for it and stuff. Because people will say, "Oh, are you too good to go out there?" It's No, it's just
no, man. Like we're here to work. This is we're bringing our lunchbox to work. That's kind of how we take it. And if we ate at every single event that we went to, and just like that was our meal, like we'd be like 300 pounds plus.
Crushing it.
I'd be like broke because how expensive all that stuff is. So no, man, we treat those events like it's a job, because it is a job for us. So we bring our lunch boxes. We make our own lunches. We bring our thermos of coffee with us. For the most part. I did splurge though. I spent $4 on a coffee one day. So I think that was all I spent though. But yeah, man. So I mean, it's our business. So it's not like we don't feel like we want to go out and do stuff, but like we're there to work and put in our time and grow the brand. So we bring our own lunch, man.
Yeah, wolf some peanut butter and jelly fast down real quick, and just get right back to talking barbecue. I mean, jump right back in. So
yeah, it's crazy, man. Like we'll just like, what'd you bring today for lunch? Peanut butter and jelly, chicken and rice, venison sticks, some crackers. So it's
apple, banana, yogurt.
Orange, bring it pretty simple, because then also like if you're eating that heavy stuff too, man, like it just feels like it puts you to sleep, and you don't feel like you're on your game. Where if you eat a little bit lighter, you don't have those issues, So that's kind of where we're at. Yeah. But we did, during the time there, man, we did hear quite a few, because if you're watching on YouTube, man, like I got some props today, Ben. I brought them out. So we had these gloves that are available. These heat resistant gloves, man. So we had them out at the fair. This was really the first year we had them out for people to buy, and they crushed it. They crushed it. People were just coming up and like, oh, these are awesome. I need a pair of these. And I know you heard a lot of stories about what was happening, like just like people's wives, and then people, just saying, oh man, I wish I could have had these. Use these yesterday.
Yeah, they would literally, man. They'd like, it's like they would see them and like start laughing, and they'd turn to either like, I remember like two specific couples. And one was like a wife walked up and she started laughing when she saw it, and she turned to her husband, who was like kind of over by like I think getting ready to watch like a kid jump or something, and called him over, and she's like, show him your hand. Show him your hand. You really needed these yesterday. And it was
battle scars.
Yeah, literally. Like, and he's like, oh, dude, yeah. Man, I really needed those yesterday and stuff. And was kind of laughing, like was laughing about it and stuff, but you could tell he was like, yeah, and then it was like, and then another one too. Like I had like a husband walk up, and he was looking at it, and he started laughing. He called his wife over, and he's like, "Look at these. You could have used these yesterday."
Yeah.
Like, and like the amount of people that are just like, I go and just grab the meat. I don't even think anything of it, and then I'm like, "Oh, dang, this is hot." Like, what? We just grab it,
right?
Like,
yeah, man, like same thing. Like I had people like, oh, I don't use anything. I just grab like a towel or something and then like use it. Like the towels aren't really heat resistant. So we figured like we would talk a little bit more about protecting yourselves with something when you're picking things up off the grill, right? So we have our gloves, and we did some research on kind of what was what we would use. We had a couple different options. We went with these, which most people know kind of like as an of glove type of thing. So they're very versatile. They're very kind of I guess you could. They're like flexible.
Like got good movement from them.
Yeah, and we obviously we went with the color black. Partly because it's our brand, but then also it hides the charcoal and the stains on them and stuff.
Sure
like that.
Does.
But yeah, I mean, they're heat resistant gloves. They're flexible. They're cloth. And this is just one pair, because we tested out a few different pairs for what we were looking for in the moment. Like these are probably the best option for us, because we can use these inside. We can use them outside. So if you have a good pair of gloves, you can use them in multiple ways. It doesn't have to just be for the grill or the smoker. You can use it for the cast iron inside, using the oven when you're baking. I'll even put those on when I'm getting like stuff out of the Instapot, you know what I mean? Or the crock pot.
Sure. Dude, I did have one guy tell me that he grabbed a cast iron and put like a glove on. He's like, dude, it shot like straight across like all four like my fingers. Like
with his glove, with gloves on?
No.
Oh, no gloves.
Yeah,
No gloves.
I was
That's
like,
crazy.
what, dude? Like, what did you
Oh,
say? Yeah, he's like, I just held it under like ice cold water for like 15 minutes at a time and would for like 3 hours would just
yeah.
put it under there and then the minute I'd take it out, it'd start hurting again. I put it back under again after like 5, 10 minutes and then put it back under. Like, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
That hurts, man. That
Yeah.
hurts. It only takes one time, too, and then
Yeah.
you'll
Oh,
never
yeah,
forget.
he bought a pair.
Yeah, you did? Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of other ones out there, too, that, like the rubber ones that are really big and bulky.
Yeah.
They're washable, but like they don't have really any dexterity to
Yeah.
them. And that was kind of another reason we went with kind of the cloth ones that were a little bit more flexible. They're still washable, but we have these two. This was my first pair, really, and they still work. So I like the old welder's mitt, right?
Oh,
Look at how dirty that bad boy is.
Yeah.
So I use this all the time still when I'm moving charcoal around, or if I got like a log in the fire or something like that. So these are just big old welder's mitts, and they go up almost all the way up my arm. And,
yeah, we got a pair of those too to test out.
We did, yeah. And I have those too that I use. But again, like these are real bulky. They're really not clean, like so to speak. I wouldn't go and pick up a piece of meat with them really, unless maybe I put some rubber gloves over the top of them. But
it's hard finding gloves that can go over the top of them.
Oh yeah, without ripping, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I really like about these though is like you can literally pick up like a log on fire, and it's not going to burn you. Where like I think the cloth ones that we have, they're heat resistant, they're not fire resistant. You know what I mean? And then these go like all the way up the arm. So if I'm grabbing like my chimney or whatever and I'm pouring it out, I really don't have to worry about like the embers or anything burning any more hair off my arms than I already have, right?
Right. Yeah. Even like if you have to like pick up a grate after it's been on or something to refuel and stuff, man, like those are solid gloves kind of for that. I mean, I do use our gloves for that as well. Depending on like how hot I'm going and running the grill and stuff, most of the time it's really not up there. But I mean, if you're running 400 or 500 degrees, I would use kind of more gloves like that than, so like especially like I said, if you're lifting up grates and stuff like.
Yeah, and like other gloves out there too. I mean, they have like the silicone ones, like the big ones.
A lot of people complain about those, dude.
They have. They like it doesn't work, or
they melt.
Someone said melted. Yeah. And then let's see. You do have the ones that are. These are just more for for food prep, like the nylon gloves, but they have the inserts to them, right? Yeah. So they have like the cloth inserts that are supposed to help insulate a little bit. But
you and I use those.
We have
one
used
time
those,
for the like the party when we were doing like the pigs and the chickens and stuff like that. We used them for that, and that helps. I mean, they were great to have. But like those, I'm using like you said, kind of more for like the food, the prep, and if you're shredding. Like people ask me if I would use our gloves to like shred pork shoulder or something. I was like, well, no.
Yeah.
I would, I would use more like these ones, like the nylon, like what you were talking about and stuff.
Yeah. So Susie Bullock at Pig Grill Hay, she came out with like a new pair of gloves that are specifically that try kind of address that. So they're thinner, they're insulated, but then they have like the Velcro strap. So like I didn't have too many comments, but I had some people say like our style of gloves, the cloth ones, like when they pull their hands out, like the cloth comes with it. Like ours don't do that because it's it's actually like sewn into it. Like there's no inner liner to it. It's all part of the same glove, so that's why we got these ones. But I heard that mentioned before, and this person was talking about like he liked the one with the Velcro on it because then when it doesn't slip off when you're pulling them off or whatever. But I know she came out with those earlier this year, I think it was. And I mean, I haven't tried them out or anything. I might get a pair just to see what's going on there. But they look to be insulated a little bit. They're thinner though, so I don't know what the heat temperature goes up to that. And they cut off right at the wrist too, so they don't go like ours. Kind of go up to the mid forearm. Those are smaller as far as they just stay kind of on the wrist where the Velcro strap is. It doesn't go past much of that.
So man, are hers more for like shredding?
It could be more just for meat preparation / dealing with the meat. Where ours, I think you'd probably need multiple gloves if you're going to use those, because
what a problem, there you go.
I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't use those if I was like dumping down like charcoal chimney out, or if I was moving around coals or something like that, because it doesn't cover the arm, right? So I'm a very hairy man then. So like when it gets down in there, and I start smelling, what does it smell like? Burnt hair. Oh, that's me. I'm on fire. You know what I mean? So I need something that goes up the arm. So
yeah.
But that's just me, man. So, yeah. But I think that's a good point where we're like, just when we go out to these events and things like that, we listen and we talk to people about like what's going well, but then also some of their challenges, and like the gloves were or like people burning themselves. It happens more often than I thought it would. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to have people literally coming up and showing me like where they burn their hand the prior day. Look at this. Like, what's the goal?
Yeah. Every single day, multiple people would come up like, I could have used these yesterday, or could have used these last week, or their wives teasing them like, you could have used those, huh, buddy? Yeah. But so what else? What else? Do you have you have the big rubber ones, right? Do you have a pair of those? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you had a pair of those.
No, I don't have rubber ones. People kind of talked about those, but like I said, they more so kind of complained. Again, you're not getting like that dexterity out of it. Some people said that they melted, and like them melting on their hands didn't feel great. They said, if you're grabbing something hot, you gotta grab it, but you gotta be quick about it and stuff. So no, I've only got kind of ours, and then like those welder ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I remember going back to like when I first started, like I just bought this cheap pair of like gardening gloves from the grocery store, man. And those were those were the meat gloves.
The meat gloves. Yeah.
And let me tell you, they didn't hold heat out. Like they didn't hold heat out. And like it's So
yeah, you got to do your research a little bit. Make sure.
I just grabbed a pair of gloves, Greg. I was like, these would be fine.
These would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't fine.
Yeah, make sure they're heat resistant. Look at reviews and things like that. Ours are one pair that we use all the time because we've tested them out and we felt like these are the best ones for us at this point. And we have those online at our website, burnpitbbq.com. But we got good feedback too. People who had bought them in the past from us came back and said, "Hey, these are awesome. I used them the other day. They work great." So, don't just take our word for it. Go out and look at reviews and ask other people what they use. And then you'll kind of figure out what's best for you. Like I said, I have multiple pairs of different types, maybe that I can use for different types of things. So. Well, did you? I did get a chance to get out and grill when I came back, man. So Sunday, I put on some steaks and some chicken breasts on the Weber. Did some indirect grilling. So I
used steaks and chicken.
I did steaks and chicken. So I did some ribeyes, meat on meat. Yeah.
Well done, Greg.
Thank you. So I was going to get out there because we weren't going to be out at the fair. So I had some time after I got organized and cleaned up a little bit. I wanted something quick to do. So pulled out some ribeyes, pulled out some chicken breasts. And we heard a lot of people that combined our rubs together, So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit because I usually just stick with one, man, and I just kind of run with it. You know what I mean?
You're so weird. Yeah, I combine.
Yeah. So I don't.
I know you're very much kind of.
Yeah. So I usually just pick one, and that's the one I'm using. But with the chicken, man, I was like, well, I put a layer of our spicy seasoning on there, and then I put a layer of our Memphis style. So,
nice.
And then I did indirect grilling on that, and then I charred them up right over the coals at the end. Whew, Really good, really good.
Solid.
And then the steaks I just did our garlic seasoning on that one. That's all I did on that one. So again, that one I let it smoke just a little bit, and then I charred it up over the coals at the end. So, but I did get a chance to do that, even though we were at the fair the last 10 days. But man, that's all I had. Did you get a chance to get out and grill over there in Rhode Island just yet? I know you've only been there for like 2 days.
Yeah, no, man. No chance.
Nothing yet?
No. Let's see, dude. I did have, like, today at lunch, they had barbecue chicken and they had ribs. I went with the chicken.
Heavy sauce?
It wasn't too bad. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. They were sauce. The ribs looked pretty sauce, so I kind of stayed away from that. But I mean, the chicken was fine. I'm not sure. I think like by barbecue chicken, they just meant it had barbecue sauce on it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a grilled chicken or anything like that. But man, it was solid. It was solid for like galley food. Like it was funny. Like I went to this restaurant real quick with a bunch of guys like Sunday night when we got in, and I got like a barbecue chicken like there. And like I wasn't that. I just wasn't. Wasn't into
it, yeah.
Now, maybe it's because I was traveling all day and stuff, and like I said, I just wasn't into it. I almost thought this one today was better than that one, to be honest. So whatever. But no, like there was a guy in the class who he's from Omaha, and he's like, let's what if we all pitch in and let's go out and like we'll get a bunch of meat, and we got a guy in the class who will do all the grilling. I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, cook your own meat, man. I was like, but no, I brought like a little bottle of ground pounder, man. I brought it with me, and I've been bringing it to like meals at the galley and stuff. And,
nice.
So some of the people here have been like, "Hey, you got that stuff with you in your pocket?"
Yeah.
Sure do.
So, here you go.
Yeah. So
let me know.
I mean, it's cool, but like, dude, like I'll be honest.
I'll send you a stash if you need some.
I know. I'm just gonna leave them around like in the galley.
Yeah.
All around, just leave them out. But I don't. I don't know, man. Like I'm not sure I really want to grill while I'm out here.
Okay. I get it.
Like
yeah.
I'm not,
You're in training mode right now,
Kind of, yeah. Like in it, like don't get me wrong, man. Like I don't. There's like probably like 30-ish people in the class. So like I really don't want to cook for like 30 different people, right? Like if each one gets like their own steaks or hamburgers, like
you get it done how you get it done, you know what I mean?
Right, grills wide open, you know what I mean? So. Like I don't know. I'd have to scope out the grills and stuff like that around base. Like I haven't seen many, but like I was told, like there's some nicer ones in the certain spots. So we'll see, buddy. We'll see if it all comes out.
Okay.
I'm not planning on it at this point. But you never know. Like if it happens, it happens. Like I'll be out there but
sure.
It's you can't, I don't know, dude. I don't have a chimney, so I could probably just find like a little haystack, I guess, and like get some coals going that way. But
get some lighter fluid.
Delicious, just just dump it on. So no, man, it didn't like he kind of said it in front of the class. Like I just kind of like looked away. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like if it happens, then I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll send you some pictures either way. And just,
all right,
okay, dude. Yeah. So I right now no. We did go past this one kind of barbecue place. It kind of looked a little trashy from the outside, which probably means it's delicious.
Probably is good inside, right?
Yeah. So I was like, maybe this weekend or something. If I get a little bit of time, I'll try and hit that up real fast or something. So we'll see. Dude.
All right, man. Well, good. Keep us informed there. I'm going to take a look at the freezer and see what we got here. I'm in maple whiskey sauce mode right now, buddy. So pre-orders are open. So if anybody's listening to this and you are subscribed to our newsletter or our text messaging, go out there and look because I sent the emails out this morning today, which is August 12th. And then also text messages went out yesterday. So I'll be opening it up to the public here soon. So make sure you're an insider that you get your bottles because we're only doing about 300. And hot sauces are coming back. A few hot sauces. I did pre-orders for that too. So you can order some hot sauces if you're interested. Go out to burnpitbbq.com. This is only for a limited time only, and it's August of 2025. So if you're hearing this anytime after that, they might be gone. So,
but check in. You never know, you know.
But check in. You never know because we'll bring them back every now and again. But other than that, man, take care. We'll talk to you later, and everybody else, hope you guys get a chance to get out and grill.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Take it easy.
All right, man.